Hi everybody, welcome to Motorcycle Time. Today we are out on the Vulcan 900. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about bike feels, sort of energy that it projects on you, and how that affects your riding, and how it might affect the kind of bikes that you enjoy. So that's all we're going to try to talk about today. We're going to try to keep that, not too long and too, rambling. Haha, that's your boy, I ramble. So anyway, this is Joey Bear, this is Motorcycle Time, and we're going to get after it. Here we go. Here we go. What a bike. It's a big puppy dog, actually. Oh, yeah. Smooth. That's what this bike does. That's the thing this bike does the best, is smooth. It's crazy how smooth. Which is funny because when you shift it, it sounds like a piece of rebar in a metal trash can, right? It sounds like this, clank, clank. It's real funny. But I think that's just the nature of the transmission, because it's a big, kind of a big chunky thing. It's a great bike. It's a very smooth bike. And the thing that's important about this bike, it brings a certain chillness when you ride it. It projects a very chill energy. It's one of the things I'm enjoying the most about it, because my other two bikes have very different energies about them. The Honda VFR 800 that I have is so dang fast, and everything about it is basically a race bike, and it has a very snicky, tight transmission, which I like. It is very fun, but it kind of projects a certain energy, and in order for you to really enjoy that bike, and for that bike itself to be having a good time, it wants you to keep the rev range in a certain spot, right? You got to be on it kind of a little bit, and that's actually a fairly torquey motorcycle, so you really got to have that revved up energy. The difference between that and this bike is this bike just doesn't care or act like it cares about going fast in the same way. It'll rev up, this bike will rev up high, it'll run at 5,000 RPM just fine when you're out on the freeway doing 80 or whatever. It's running along just fine. You're not hurting it, certainly. But the bike doesn't really project that energy, It's a boulevard cruiser. It's not designed to go super fast. If you want to go super fast, this really isn't the bike for that. If you really need to feel the speed and the pull, I'm not sure, you're really kind of wasting your time if you're not on a 1000cc sport bike or a hyper naked. You're not really going to get that level of pull out of anything else. It just doesn't exist. There is no replacement for displacement. Like, that's just not a thing. So if you're looking to have your arms pulled off and your face melted, I don't recommend this bike. If you're looking to come out and enjoy a ride that's very chill, maybe you got your girlfriend or your boyfriend on the back, you just want to come out here and enjoy the sound of the motorcycle, the air on you, just enjoying the view, so to speak, this totally is going to get that job done for you. And in fact, I would suggest all cruiser bikes are something to look at if that's kind of the energy that you're feeling when you want to go for a ride. There's nothing wrong with the other energy. I don't want to tell you that, oh, that sport bike energy is bad, you shouldn't be doing that or whatever. No. It ain't like that at all. What I'm just saying is, it's about scratching an itch, right? If you're not scratching that itch, then why are you on a motorcycle, right? Because that's the other part of this discussion today. Why do you ride? What's the point? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to get out of it? What kind of feelings are you trying to invoke, right? What are you trying to conjure in yourself? Because for me, this is throttle therapy in the truest sense of the form, right? Or the truest sense of the words, right? Like, I want to go for a ride to de-stress, to relax, to get some of that energy out. You got a little bit of pent up something. I kind of want to go for a ride to get that out of me. And it's kind of funny, now that I've gotten a couple of different bikes that have a very different attitude, a very different energy about them when you ride them, I've just sort of noticed how this can really affect what kind of bike you might be into, or bikes you might be into. And if you're the kind of person who's going to have, just one bike, which I think a lot of people are, that's pretty common, that, the just one bike person. If you're into a more chill, relaxed style of riding, I gotta say, the cruiser style of bikes, maybe pretty much regardless of who makes it, is definitely something to be looking at. All of those bikes just are going to project a more relaxed energy that, if you're into cruising, I think you might find more appealing than hopping on a naked bike or a sport bike. Long lights up here today, making sure that cross traffic gets through, I guess. You know, I haven't seen any cross traffic yet, but they're making sure it gets through. All right, let's go see if we can finish up our ride out here away from town. Okay, one of the other things that I wanted to talk about in regard to the chill style of riding, more like a cruiser style, versus a sport bike style, where the energy of the bike is a little spicier, a little more aggressive, if you will. One of the things I've noticed with riding the two styles is that with the cruiser bike, traffic doesn't seem to bother me as much. Now, I don't want to say none, because traffic's always friggin' annoying. Almost always, anyway. Every so often, you know, it's just either no traffic or it just happens to be flowing nicely. But for the most part, when you're out on a motorcycle, traffic is kind of annoying, mostly annoying. But I've noticed on the cruiser bike, it's less annoying. I don't want to say none. Again, I don't want to say zero, but it's less so. And I think there's a couple reasons for that. With the sport bike, I got a wicked tendency to go fast. Part of the nice thing about having a more chill energy that is projected by the bike is it kind of keeps you more in bounds. You know, if you're not looking to mix it up with the police, if you're not looking to have, you know, speeding tickets and all that stuff, I don't know, man. There's something about a cruiser or a smaller displacement size bike that it sure helps a lot. Oh man, this thing, it just, for such a big beast, it corners so well. It's just so relaxed. It's just like, man, it's just so well mannered and easy to deal with. It doesn't do anything weird, you know? That's one of the really great things about it, is it doesn't do weird stuff. I know that there are people out there that like motorcycles that have a little bit of a janky quality to them, or they have a little bit of a nasty personality, if you will, you know? I personally don't like that. But, you know, that's just me. Other people, they like a little more excitement or whatever you want to call it. Okay, fair enough. If you're on roads that like 35 to 55 or maybe 60, this thing is amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to slow this one way down. This is the don't screw it up or you're going to die corner. See that oak tree right there? Don't screw up the corner or you're going to die. All right. Yeah, it's just very relaxed. Okay, that's another thing I got to point out about the bike. I think the curb weight of this bike dressed is 650 pounds. Something right around there, 648, I don't know. It's a kind of a chunky beast. It does not feel like it when you ride it and you're moving. A little bit it does feel like it when you're waddling the bike, right? If you've got to waddle the bike, you definitely notice, okay, this bike's pretty chunky when you're comparing to waddling the CBR, for instance, right? You really notice the CBR is only a 430 or 40 pound motorcycle. You notice. When you're riding the bike, it actually doesn't feel very heavy at all. And I think it's because Kawasaki's done a pretty good job of keeping all the weight low in the bike. It's just a low slung bike, so it's got a fairly low center of gravity. So I think that does a lot for keeping the bike feeling light from side to side and not feeling like it always is like tippy or something like that. So it's really got a very planted, very composed feel about it in that way. And again, I just need to reiterate, if you're looking for an absolute torque monster that's going to yank your arms out and melt your face, this is not it. This is not that motorcycle, and I doubt even with mods that it would be. What it is an incredibly good boulevard cruiser that absolutely is here for it. If all you want to do is take a chill cruise in the twisties or in the mountains, a little bit of highway time where you're maybe doing, you know, 70, 75 type of stuff, it'll absolutely take you wherever you want to go. And in comfort too. The seat is nice and wide and cushy. You probably won't have any problem touring all over with this seat. Oh man, these twisties. It's just so easy. Like, it's not as nimble as the sport bikes. It's not as nimble. Like, I don't want to tell you like, oh, this is exactly the same as a Ninja 400. No, it's not. But for what you're getting, for as big as the beast is and comfortable as it is, man, it just cruises through these corners. It just eats them up, like no problem. It's just super easy with this thing. Let me get around this corner. We'll give it a little beans here. Here's some beans. Oh yeah, them beans feel good. And that's uphill. That's a pretty steep hill. It's not real steep, but it's a pretty steep hill. And it's got plenty of beans to just rip right up that hill. So I don't want to tell you that it's a gutless wonder. That's not what I mean. But it's not designed to haul all butt. That's just not what it's for. Anyway, that's all I really have for y'all. I was just talking about those bike feels, about this bike and the differences between this bike and the other ones that I ride and how different they are. And if you're thinking about getting a bike, if you're motorcycle curious and you're thinking, gosh, I'm not sure what kind of bike I should get. If you're thinking about the more chill, relaxed style of riding, really think about a cruiser. Really consider that Rebel 500, Vulcan 900, maybe even the Vulcan S, which is the 650 version of this bike. And if you think that's even a little too big, that's where that Rebel 300, Rebel 500 comes in from Honda. Those are going to be solid motorcycles. They're Hondas. They're going to be super reliable and easy to take care of for you. So if you like cruiser life, consider some of those maybe. Oh man, what a beautiful night. It's gorgeous out. The weather is perfect. Spring, oh man, I biffed that corner up. I always mess that corner up. That's terrible. I had to turn around and do it again. That was bad. Oh man. It's just so relaxed. Man. What an incredible bike. Alright, well, I think I better shoot an outro because that always seems to be a problem with me. I just end the video like it's over. Okay, bye. There's a spot right up here we can shoot a nice little outro. Here we go. We can pull over and everything. And I'll give you guys a little wave out, a little nothing but love. What a bike. I'm still enamored with it. I don't know how long it's been. I think I'm coming close to a month now of owning it. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still as in love with it as the first couple of days. Incredible machine. Kawasaki absolutely nailed it with this bike. Oh, this might be our spot right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Try not to die from all the big ass rocks. All right, there we go. All right, you guys, that's all the video I got for you today. I just wanted to talk about the Kawasaki Vulcan 900. It's a great bike. I'm having a great time with it. And if you're into cruisers, if you're into a chill riding experience, it's relaxed and composed, man, consider a cruiser bike. Consider a Vulcan 900. All right, with that, this has been Joey Bear with Motorcycle Time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.